Good morning and welcome to winter in the winter weather briefing. We had a mild winter last year, but the prediction for this year is a La Nina. That is a weather setup where the jet stream sweeps down from the northwest Pacific and brings us cold and wet air. Depending on how far north or south the jet stream dips will determine the amount of precipitation. So let's be ready for winter weather. Don't forget to wax the kids' sled runners and dig out the cross-country skis, because I think it's going to be a cold, snowy winter. To do your best in the winter weather, you have to be ready because cold slows everything down. And do be very careful because it's slick out there. Our bodies do adjust automatically to cold, but good winter clothing is a must, and there are many lightweight clothing options available which have good thermal protection and which will not impede our performance in the outdoors. No longer do we have to look like Ralphie's little brother in the Christmas story. A good tip is to gradually condition yourself to cold weather, and remember, being active helps us to generate heat. There are 4 ways to lose heat. The main one is protecting yourself from heat loss from convection. Cold degrades our physical performance in a number of ways. A windy 40-degree day in December feels a lot colder than one in March, so acclimatization is important. Get out and experience cold weather early on so you are ready for those bitter cold January and February days. Some things we can control, and drinking water is one. Remember that dehydration is a serious problem in the wintertime because of low humidity. Dehydration sets us up not only for reduced job performance, but also for illness. And because humidity levels are low, sweating is not well perceived in the wintertime, but sweating is definitely ongoing. So it is very important for all of us to develop a habit of regular hydration. Keep that water jug handy and remind yourself to drink before you get thirsty. When you add wind and wetness to cold temperatures, it does not take long until the core body temperature begins to fall. Protect yourself against wind and wetness even in above freezing temperatures. Wind chills are reported for dry conditions. I experienced hypothermia the other day while swimming when the water in the pool was 74 degrees instead of the normal 80. I had to eat 3 donuts to recover. Here is the wind chill chart plotting times, temperatures, and the effect of the wind as it applies to humans. If you wish to compute the wind chill yourself, use the formula which is shown at the bottom of the chart. Frostbite is bad, and I've had that too. Prevent frostbite with good thermal protection. The sodium acetate toe, hand, and body chemical heat pads are a good way to acclimatize in the early days of winter. When exposed to air, the crystals give off heat for many hours. If your ears, fingers, and toes are warm, you are a happy guy. The best plan is avoidance of thermal injury to tissues. If you see blanching on the skin, that is frostbite. It can occur insidiously, so plan and avoid. Illness is another reason why you should stay hydrated in the winter. A lot of upper respiratory illnesses can be prevented by good hydration. Develop the habit of drinking water during the day and keep a glass of water at the bedside. Raise the humidity level in the bedroom at night with a humidifier. It is impossible to avoid all wintertime viral illnesses, as some result from airborne or aerosol exposure, but hand washing and crowd avoidance are helpful. Here are some preventive measures for cold, icy winter weather. Remember that gravity and reduced friction are your enemies in the winter, so drive and tread cautiously. Thank you for your attention.